Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Annie and today I'm doing a reading on MinYoonGi, also known as Suga from BTS. So today I'm doing a reading on him because there were some people that requested a reading on him, and you know what? I just felt like doing a reading on him today, and that's why we're here. So before I do start with the reading, I do want to give a disclaimer, guys, that this is a general reading. I don't know any of the BTS members or any of the K-pop artists or any of the celebrities I'm gonna do readings on. I don't know them personally. They are not aware of my existence either, so this is a general reading, so please take everything with a grain of salt. Please don't spread rumors or make up a theory based on this reading. I don't want that. And yeah, that's something I wanted to say just to get off the bat. I hope this reading kind of makes sense to the fans. I'm not a huge BTS fan. I do listen to couple of their songs because they are bop, but as far as considering a fan, I'm not a fan like that. But yeah, I do listen to a couple of their songs, so please let me know if this kind of rings a bell or if it kind of resonates in a way. And I would really appreciate if you guys can give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel because that would mean a lot to me. And without further ado, let's start with the reading. Shuffle the cards prior to recording because I kind of wanted to save time and just jump right into the video, but I will shuffle one more time in front of the camera and then we're gonna see. I did hear some rumors, I do follow K-pop websites and stuff to see news from time to time, and I did hear some rumors. I forgot the singer's name, but I did hear some rumors that there was one female singer that was kind of shading MinYoonGi or Suga for collabing with Hayes. I don't know how you pronounce your name, but I did hear some rumors regarding that. So let me know if you guys want me to read on that specific situation. I don't mind that, but this is a general love reading, so I don't know if she's going to come into this reading or not, but this is a general reading, okay? And before I do start the reading, I do want to give a disclaimer that I shuffle really weirdly. Most readers kind of shuffle like this. I just hate that. I always shuffle my cards like this. I know this is a weird way, but trust me, it works for me, and the readings I have done for people, private readings, it all resonates with them, so I'm doing something right, okay? So don't come for my shuffling, okay? I just wanted to give that a disclaimer. But without further ado, let's start with the reading, okay? So this is gonna be from June 2020, which is right now, to the end of December in 2020, so 6 months from now. So this is the reading for basically this year, a general reading for this year. So let's start, okay? Alright, so I'm going to split the deck now and let's see what comes out, okay? So we're doing a 8-card spread. This is not basically a spread, I'm just putting on 8 cards, okay? So these cards are so pretty, right? Oh my god, I just love it. So the first card is the shadow side, the star card, oops, the Queen of Swords, the Six of Swords. Was he by any chance dealing with an air sign? Because I have 3 air cards here. Swords are basically elements for the air sign, and then we have the star card as well, so Aquarius energy. As much as I remember, he's a Pisces, right? So was he dealing with someone that was possibly an air sign? I don't know, let me know in the comments down below if he was dealing with someone that was an air sign. But the next card we have is the 8 of Pentacles, the 3 of Swords, ooh, okay, the Page of Swords, oh sorry, the 3 of Pentacles. Alright, and at the front of the deck we have the 8 of Swords. So those who are not familiar with other type of names and usually follow like the traditional tarot way, the shadow side is basically the devil. So like the devil card, it's the number 15 and like the devil card. So in traditional tarot this is going to be like the devil card, but in this deck it's called like the shadow side. So just wanted to tell that. So right off the bat I can sense two or three things that is kind of happening here. I feel like he was definitely dealing with someone or still kind of dealing with someone. I wouldn't say like necessarily he's in a relationship at the moment, but he's definitely in contact with someone, most likely an attachment. And I feel like the attachment is kind of based on the fact that they have some familiarity and they kind of maybe knew each other for a long time, so that familiarity and unable to kind of let go of that connection is kind of holding them together in a way. But I wouldn't say they are in like a relationship, but they are in some type of situationship still. Like they are still attached, they're still somehow connected. I do feel like maybe he was dealing with an air sign, but the signs doesn't matter. But I do have 3 elements of like the air card, the star card, and like lots of swords card in this reading itself. So I don't know if he was dealing with someone that was possibly an air sign. Sorry, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Those are the air signs. So I don't know if he was dealing with someone that was possibly an air sign. But like I mentioned, he's definitely still connected with this person. They are still in communication. It might not be like they are in communication all the time, but they're still somehow connected, and it's because of some type of attachment and unable to let go of each other. That's why they're kind of still together in a way. Not necessarily a relationship, but they're still somehow connected. So but however, I do feel like he kind of does know that the situation is kind of like a dead end for him, and he has tried in the past to cut the situation off. And in the next 6 months, I do feel like in the next 6 months he will still try to cut the situation off and try to heal himself and walk away from this connection. And oops. Oh god, okay, wait. So my cards decided that was the perfect moment to fall on the ground, so excuse me for that. But yeah, I do feel like in the next 6 months he's definitely going to try his level best to cut the situation off and walk away from the situation, or at least he will try to distract himself by not thinking about this. And I feel like he is going to focus on his work a lot. Like you can see this picture, this person is really focused on his financial or work type of related things. And I feel like in the next 6 months he's definitely going to either produce songs for other artists, or he's going to produce songs for himself, or maybe BTS as like a group songs. But he's definitely going to be much more focused on his work. And in a way I feel like he's doing this to indulge himself in work and not really think about this. In a way it's kind of like an escape mechanism for him. It's kind of helping him to kind of walk away from this dead end and kind of like not really think about this person that much. So he's definitely going to be focusing on his work a lot. And I don't know, for some reason I'm kind of picking up the fact that there is a possibility he might produce, or he might in a way tell in his songs, or kind of produce songs that have like a hint of like heartbreak in a way. Like he might, for other artists or for himself, he might like shade or like might try to subtly say something about heartbreak in a way. But I do feel like there is a chance that he might combine both of those things together and produce something out of this. Like he's taking the best out of the situation in a way, and he's like making sure that this thing is not just left untold. Like he will tell it in a subtle way. Might not be like the most efficient way, or might not be like exactly to your face, but there is a possibility. Again, it fell off, okay. But there is a possibility that he might say or make songs regarding this. Like he's not just gonna keep quiet about this. There is a possibility in the next 6 months you might hear from him, or you might hear that he has produced songs for other artists that can have a hint of heartbreak. Okay, so that's my prediction. So there is a hint, okay. These cards are extremely slippery, guys. I'm so sorry, they keep falling off. But yeah, they're very slippery. um I feel like he's also the type of person who's kind of like very moody. Like, right off the bat, when people kind of see him, they can see him as like a very moody type of person, or kind of like a outspoken, blunt type of person. And he might come out as to people like that, like doesn't give a f about things and kind of very blunt. But I feel like he's a very softy inside. Like, he has a very soft nature, he has a very caring nature, but it's kind of like it gets hidden away because of his blunt, outspoken persona that he has outside. So that's also something that I'm kind of sensing here. But in the next 6 months, one of the main things I'm kind of seeing for him is like he is going to be very, very, very much focused on his work. He's going to co-produce songs, he's going to write songs. Like, look at this card. This guy is like, it's a guy, right? Yeah. The guy is like focusing on his work. He's like doing things for himself. So I feel like he's definitely going to collab with other artists. Or I'm not just saying that he's going to collab in the terms of like actually singing, but he might produce songs for this artist. But there's definitely some type of collaboration I'm seeing here. Three of Pentacles, it's all about like collabing or like external influences in a way. So there's definitely external influences here, and he's definitely going to collab with other people in the next 6 months or so. And like I said again, guys, this is something that I'm kind of seeing, that he's definitely going to take this as an opportunity to produce some bops, and he's definitely going to mention heartbreak in a way. So I'm predicting this. Like, I'm predicting this. So let me know if this ever comes true. But I'm predicting this, that he will definitely produce songs based on heartbreak, or has a subtle hint of that. But nonetheless, that's something that I'm kind of predicting here. Aside from that, let's get on with this love reading. But like I mentioned, guys, he has definitely an attachment, and kind of like a, in a way, it's like his feelings are like a puppet to him. Like, he's not the puppet master, the person he is with is not the puppet master, like, but their emotions are like the puppet master of their whole body in a way. That doesn't make sense in a proper way, but like his emotions are kind of like the problem here, and that's the reason why he's unable to let go of this person, and this person as well, vice versa. This is not just from his side, it's from both of their sides. There is definitely some type of unfinished business here that is kind of holding them together. But nonetheless, he will seem like he is healing, and he will heal in the next 6 months. Healing and like some type of growth is definitely coming for him. Transformations are happening, and for some time I feel like, as of right now, or for like the next 2-3 months, I think the communication between this person and him are going to be not that great. In a way, I feel like possibly they're not talking that much right now, and in the next 2 or 3 months, I feel like they are kind of avoiding each other and not really talking. And in a way, I feel like he's really busy, and whoever this other person is, he or she is also very busy in their lives. So in a way, I feel like communication in the next 2-3 months are kind of dull, fake, and possibly not even talking that much, because the Queen of Swords is someone who's kind of cutting things off in a way, right? So I feel like communication is kind of like not there. And of course, because of the COVID-19, there is no possible way they're going to travel in different places. But I feel like, in a way, this is kind of metaphorically saying that they are going to try to let this go and walk away from this connection. And he will focus on his work a lot. Like, when he chooses to let go of this for some time, he's going to work on his musical, or like his work basically. And it's just, in a way, it's kind of like an escape mechanism, but at the same time, it's kind of like his work is going to help him walk away. And when he decides to walk away, he's just going to indulge himself in like more songs, more projects, and that's like the thing I see for him in the next 6 months. Like, that's the main topic here. But I do feel like they're still gonna be in like the heartbreak mode. Like, they're still thinking about each other, they're still very salty, they're still very sad about the possible ending. He is very sad about the ending as well. but he's like focusing on his work. Like you can see this person, like this person is kind of like not in the best mood, but they're still working. Like no matter what happens, this light is kind of like the ray of hope. The work in this case is like the ray of hope for him, and no matter how depressed or sad he is, he's still very much focused on his work, and that's like the thing that helps him to find some form of happiness in a way. So that's for sure that's going to happen. But yeah, nonetheless, they are going to be really sad, and I feel like there is a possible heartbreak in the next 6 months. It's already very bad. They're not talking properly, they are thinking, and they have possibly walked away from each other as well, but they're still like holding on to it in a way because of some form of attachments, right? But there is going to be heartbreak nonetheless, and it could be talking about the fact they're still holding on to the heartbreak, or it could be talking about the fact that there is a possibility of a second wave, like a second possible heartbreak that's going to happen because of this person. Maybe something related to social media, because this card is something that I kind of sometimes see as like social media card, like communication via social media is kind of blocked. So I don't know, like maybe that's something that kind of plays here, or maybe they hear something about each other on social media that might cause some stir, or maybe since I do have the Three of Pentacles here, this card is all about like collabing with other people, or there are other people involved in this. So I don't know, maybe they hear something regarding each other through mutual friends, and that can possibly cause like some type of heartbreak. But nonetheless, in the next 6 months, I feel like he is definitely going okay, I cannot speak, but he's definitely going through a heartbreak, and he will go through a heartbreak. Oh my god, I cannot speak. Yeah, but that's kind of what I kind of see. But like I said, guys, there is an attachment, and they're still holding on to it. They are still attached. Like you can see this card, like this person is surrounded by swords. This person knows this is a dead end. This person knows that they cannot go anywhere with this, but they're still in that same position. They're not moving forward, they're not going anywhere, they're just stuck there because they are attached. They want to be attached to this connection. So that's something I can see as well. He's definitely going to be attached. So let's do a quick recap. He is definitely going to produce a lot of songs in the next 6 months, collabing with other people. You will definitely hear some news about him doing something on his own, and as well as for BTS itself. But he's definitely focusing on his work. There's definitely going to be a heartbreak for him in the next 6 months. Could be that this has already happened and he's still lingering in that energy, or it's a second wave. But nonetheless, there is a heartbreak for him in the next 6 months, from June to December of 2020. And as well as I feel like I mentioned with this case, I think in the later half, which is like, I don't know, like autumn time, like September, October, I feel like there is a possibility of them finally talking, because like I mentioned, like in the next 2-3 months, time doesn't matter, but like for now I feel like they're not really talking that much and communication is dead. But I feel like they are probably going to talk very soon. In the next few months, there is going to be communication between this person and him that I just mentioned. It's definitely a connection there. There's definitely some type of connection there. Could possibly be an air sign, but like the signs doesn't matter here, okay? But there is a possibility of him talking in the next 6 months with this person, but the communications are gonna be just fights. Like it feels like they have a very toxic type of connection, and I feel like there is a possibility this communication can be the reason there is a possible heartbreak again, because the way they're going to communicate with each other is just gonna feel like they're still angry, they're still holding on to past disappointments, and that's just gonna lead to a second disappointment. But there's definitely some type of communication as well that's coming for them in the next 6 months as well. But nonetheless, guys, that's what I see in the cards. I know that wasn't like the best, most positive reading, but that's what I see. One thing I also want to mention is like I don't see much. I actually did not get any cups card in this. So like there is a lack of emotions, and whenever you have too many source cards in a reading, it's like it's mostly kind of based on like delusions and kind of like based on the fact that there is kind of like thinking from a logical perspective rather than like emotional perspective. And since I don't have any cups card here either, so it's kind of like emotions are kind of like more numb in this case. He is a water sign though. He's a Pisces, as much as I remember. He was born on March, so that makes him a Pisces. But yeah, I don't see any cups card either, to be honest. Like I don't. I do have the King of Cups right here, but like that doesn't matter. Like even at the end, I don't see any cups card. Like it's the Emperor card here, so it's like there's a lack of emotions. The emotions are more numb here, and they're thinking from a more logical perspective and more of like a work related perspective than any other things here. So that's something that I wanted to say as well. But I hope that kind of helps, and I hope that resonates. I really hope that resonates. But yeah. Okay, so I hope that resonates, guys, or I hope that rings a bell in a way. I'm not a huge BTS fan, like I mentioned. I do listen to a couple of their songs, but like I cannot say like I stan them to the point like I keep up with everything that is happening around them. So I'm not really sure if this kind of rings a bell. So please do let me know if it kind of rings a bell with any rumors you have heard about him or anything. Like let me know. And if you think like I'm BSing you right now, please let me know about that as well. I take negative feedbacks really well, so I don't mind negative feedbacks either. But yeah, if you have any other requests for any of the BTS members or any type of other situations, whether it's a career reading, whether it's like another group, whether it's like a situation, let me know. I take requests, but might take some time before I actually get to your requests because I have a couple of requests that I have to do before. So yeah, but I take requests, so let me know if you want any other readings on any of the members or any situations of that sort. And yeah, I hope this helps, guys. I really would appreciate if you can give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. That would mean a lot to me. And yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye!